Hello everyone, and welcome to Graphic 101, Color Theory and Print Production. My name is Michelle Rudolph, and I will be your instructor for this course. This course will build off of what you learned in Graphic 100 by introducing color theory, how to use Illustrator, and then implementing the color theory that we've learned and psychology into InDesign, where we will then create a poster. So let's start with the color wheel. The color wheel will be part of this week's assignment, as you will be creating your own color wheel, and you'll be doing multiple color wheels based off of different color schemes. So the color wheel in itself is an organization of colors in the spectrum, and you'll see that they're all labeled here. This is definitely something that you will be mimicking in this week's assignments, and you'll see that the color wheel consists of 12 selections, and within each one of these little pieces is a hue, and a hue is simply a color on the color wheel. So it's just a different color, and you'll see that we've got orange, yellow. We'll talk about mixing colors shortly. And Michael just asked a question about how we'll be creating the color wheel. You'll be creating the color wheel using Illustrator. A template will be provided to you to then go to Adobe Color, and we'll talk about that shortly, to mix colors, to find certain colors, certain yellows, certain blues, certain violets, certain reds. So let's start with primary colors. I'm sure we're pretty used to primary colors. They are red, blue, and yellow. And primary colors cannot be made from other colors, so we can't mix two colors together to get these primary colors. They are standalone colors. Secondary colors are where we mix primary colors to create a secondary color. For example, secondary colors are orange, green, and purple, which we can also see right down here in this graphic. And secondary colors are made mainly from mixing primary colors. So we'll see again, primary yellow plus red equals orange, blue plus yellow equals green, red plus blue equals violet. So you can see how we're getting, if I went back to the color wheel, we've got our yellow, we've got our red, we've got our blue, and then by mixing these primary colors, we're able to create some of the secondary colors, such as green over here, and of course purple. Complementary colors are huge. I'm sure you've gone, paint shopping, or, have looked at certain vehicles and how they were aligned with other colors, or possibly the interior, what color leather, what color stitching, and if it complemented or contrasted against the outside color of the vehicle. So complementary colors are colors that are on the opposite side of each other on the color wheel. So you will see how this arrow is showing you what colors complement one another. And complementary colors absorb all the light waves the other color reflects and is the strongest contrast to that color. Split complementary are three colors that are combined by one hue plus the hues of each of the side of the components. So you'll see it right here where we have yellow, and then we have blue, and then on the other side we have magenta. Keeping split complementary colors in mind is a really good thing for week 3's assignment, where we're going to be creating a logo using complementary colors. The tridactic color scheme is by mixing primary and secondary colors. So you can see that we've got the blue here and the red and the yellow. The analogous color scheme is going to be colors that are next to each other, and it's going to consist of 3. So you can see that it's the orange, it's the red, and then it's the red-orange. You know, they usually match well together. You know, they're good for visual design. They're comfortable designs to look at, visually appealing. Fast foods are notorious for using colors within the reds, the orange, and the yellow. For example, McDonald's is a really well-known one. Taco John's, Jimmy John's, Burger King also really stick in this color area. And now that we have the basic background of what the color schemes are, what we want to do is then create in Illustrator a color wheel. So give me 1 second. And what we'll do for the color wheel assignment is create a color wheel with the 12 basic primary and secondary colors, and we're going to duplicate them 3 times to have a total of 4 artboards, because you'll see that we need to create different color wheels based off of these 4 color relationships. I would recommend using Adobe Color to complete this assignment, as it'll help give you a variety of colors that you could then implement versus just the default swatches Illustrator offers. The assignment document will be 10 by 11. It'll be submitted as a multi-page PDF. Here is the naming scheme that you'll need to follow. And of course, we want to make sure we complete this in Illustrator. And then you'll see how you'll be graded. So you'll get a couple of points, 10 for each of the color wheels that follow what the requirements are. For example, a complementary color wheel, using the appropriate colors that are complementary to one another. 5 points will be for naming, so naming your file correctly, which you can see is right here, first name, last name, week 1, and then of course it'll be a PDF. And then you will earn points for submitting the assignment, making sure that you name it correctly. Please make sure that you submit your assignment by Sunday night at 11:59 p.m. Mountain Time. And if you happen to have any questions or concerns as you work on your assignment, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. Have a great week, and I'll talk to you shortly. Bye.